Hi, today I'm going to be servicing, not just servicing, but completely rebuilding a Penn 525 mag Mark 1. This one's in a really poor condition. It needs a new bearing change, new frame posts, side rings. I'm going to change the side plate as well. Don't know what the ratchet's all right. Yeah, I'll probably put a chrome handle on it as well. So let's give it a go. I'll strip it down, then I'll stop the video, and then I'll rebuild it in another video so it's not so long. So I was told my last video was too long. So, okay. This is 11mm nut there. Like Abu's, they're 10mm. That's 11mm. There's a little washer underneath the handle. And under the drag as well. There's a little concave washer there as well. I'll be changing a couple of screws as well. Like, you got some Phillips screws there and just a straight edge one there. Apart from that, they're all Phillips. So I've got some spare screws here, so I'll make them all the same as well. And whilst it's stripped down as well, we can check all the mags out, make sure they're all working correctly. Give them an oil up, a grease up. Penn actually don't make these anymore. So if you've got a relatively good set with not too many chips on, you can give them a spray up. So I might do that, but this depends how good it looks at the end. I've got a couple of sets of new ones, so I might put a new set on depending on how good it looks at the end. Just taking the side plate screws out at the moment. That's your anti-reverse bearing in there. I'll take that. Oh, there's a bearing missing out of there already, look. So I've got some new bearings here anyway, so I was going to do a complete change of bearings anyway. So that's that off. Yeah, it's looking pretty disgusting and rusty. But the purpose of this is to give it a strip down. I'll knock that out in a sec. Oh, some stainless gears in this one. That's been upgraded at some point. If you actually do a video when you're taking these apart, you can actually lay them out. I mean, I know how to do them, but if you do that, you can just literally lay them out, and then you can sort of go back and follow your footsteps, put them back together again. just taking the main shaft out. There's a big bearing on here. See, the thing with this and the Mag 4, the Mag 4 hasn't got this bit on it, and there's a massive fault with that, because on the Mag 4, where it hasn't got this bit here, where it holds the main shaft down and holding your main gear against your pinion gear, it just pops out, and all it is that little thing there that's screwed down onto the frame. And also on the Mag 4s, the bearing's about a third of the size of that. Just putting it in my vise, the shaft. And I'm going to take the bearing off. It's good to have a big screwdriver like that. Yeah, because the head of the screw is quite big on this one. That's it. So that's the main drive bearing. I'll throw that to one side, and there's your drive shaft. It's good to keep a rag under your workbench as well, so you can just wipe your hands as you're going as well, rather than get all your tools really greasy and oily. So that's that part stripped down. Doesn't take long. I've got to get the bearing out of there in a minute, and I'll show you how to do that. A friend of mine actually made a tool for me. He did it on his lathe. And it goes in there. Yeah, and you get a 10 mils, you get a screw and you just push it through basically, and then push the other one back in. Fantastic little bit of kit. Don't take long to actually strip one of these down. Actually, don't take long to put it back together. But once it's the long part is the cleaning of it. This is a screw I'll change. It's the wrong screw anyway, because always there's a shorter screw. That's a long screw there, so I'll just leave it there for the minute because I need to change it. And also, if you put your rings around them, which screws you know which go with where, so it's very rare you actually see the little screws there in both sides as well. They're so old, you just never see them normally. See now, if you look at the mags, they're very corroded and rusty and they need replacing. So luckily I have an abundance of them. I mean, there's just some, so I can change them over no problem. I mean, some of the side plates I've got, I don't know, I might have them in anyway. How about that? Just moving that out for a minute. That's some of my side plates for these. That one looks better. So I shall use that. I know you might use the clicker, the ratchet, or whatever you want to call it, from the original one, because it was quite a good one. Right, I'll put them to one side for a minute. Okay, I've got the bearing out of that. Actually, I've got another frame. I've got an abundance of frames over here, so I might just put another frame in, because that's shot to bits. I'm going to change the frame post in the other frame anyway, so I will show you that first. Well, have a look, see what it's like actually. So I've just got this one. I always keep my eye out on eBay. Have a look. Because this one, for instance, I mean the back sticker, you can't buy them for love nor money. And that one's completely worn off. That's got one on. And I've got loads of the original stickers, so I can change that to the original. I'll knock them out. Let's put that over there. This looks a pretty good frame actually. What I'm going to do is knock the frame post out. There again, I'll use one of my best tools, my nail with the head cut off. Set my tool boards up. There's a lot of corrosion on these frame posts here, so I want to put them in an acid bath for a minute and see what they come up like. But chances are I'll be changing them. I mean, you can see all the salt there. That'll come off easy enough. Of course, a lot of corrosion on this one, so I'm just going to put a new set in. Sorry you're at the video at the moment, but I just got to knock it through. I've got to say, this is probably one of the worst ones I've had to knock out. they normally just slide out of this. So it's a good example of how bad they can be. And what happens when you put the new ones in? Obviously you don't take them out unless you've got new ones. There we go. You put a little bit of grease, obviously you clean this up first. Yeah, I'm going to give it a little squirt with some cleaning fluids. And that'll get rid of all the salt. So I'll leave that there. That's the same stuff as this basically. I'm going to throw these away. Well, actually I'll put them in the bag, but hopefully one day I'll get them re-chromed up. I'll take that out of there. There's no point in doing one without the other. It's fizzing away in there. So I'll just get that dry. Okay. Oh no, I've got to take the mag and stuff apart really. How long have we got? 16 minutes? Yeah, that's fine. I'll go to 20 minutes, that's fine. So they can go in that bag quickly. Let's put that back there. Right, and all we're going to do now, take the bearings out, take the magnets. Oh no, we're going to replace the side plate, aren't we? So we don't need to change the magnets. If you're going to change the magnets, because I'm changing the side plate, all you'd need to do, let me show you. Let's just get one of them. You get a bit of super glue. And you can see how much that's worn. Sorry, I've got the wrong ones there, Abu ones. These are Penn ones over here. There we go. And that's what it should look like. A nice shiny one there. But obviously if you just get a dot of super glue, what I tend to do is get one of them and literally put a dot of super glue underneath it and then just push it down quickly. Yeah, so that's how you get them, do them. But I shall leave them for now because I don't want to overdo the video. Spool bearings, simple. Actually, to remove this, yeah, it's not hard at all. Just do that. Nope. I've got a smaller one. Where's my nail gone? There it is. There we go. There. That's easy enough to remove, yeah? You just basically either get a socket, it's about a 7mm socket, or I've just used my trusty nail just to push it out with. But to push it back in, then I'll use that tool I showed you earlier. Yeah, you need 2 spanners. Yeah, well, I'll show you when I do it. That'll be in the next part of the video. Okay. That's pretty much it dismantled. Obviously, you've got that there. You've got your drag washers in there. I might keep this one for myself when it's done actually, because it's got stainless gearing in it. which is quite a rarity to find that. There. And obviously you, when you get your drag washers apart like that, just get a bit of tissue. Always have a roll of tissue at hand. I mean, you can take the bearings out. I mean, I've got hundreds over there. Yeah, they're in a pile, so I'm not going to take you over there. But I'd rather replace them in this one. Just give them a wipe over like that. Because what we're going to do in a minute, in the next video, once it's cleaned, is put some Cow's Universal Drag and Star Drag grease on them. Just a smidge. That's all I think I told you in the last video as well, how to do that. Alright, so I'm going to call this video a day for now. And then I'm just going to give everything a bit of a clean up, and then we'll show you how to put it back together. Okay, see you in a minute. Part 2 coming up.